Some of the world's greatest foods weren't invented by genius chefs or planned in fancy kitchens. They were born from slip-ups, stubbornness, and even pure accidents. Imagine leaving food out too long or messing up a recipe, and instead of disaster, you've just created a global sensation. From a child's frozen drink to a chef's act of defiance, these stories prove one thing: mistakes can be delicious. So grab a snack, maybe even one of these by accident, and let's dive into 6 foods that should never have existed, but somehow changed the way we eat forever. Chocolate chip cookies. Picture this: Massachusetts, 1930s. Ruth Wakefield, owner of the Toll House Inn, is in her kitchen, baking cookies for guests. She chops up a Nestlé chocolate bar, thinking it will melt smoothly into the dough. But when she pulls the tray from the oven, the chocolate hasn't blended. It stayed in gooey little pockets. Not what she expected. But when her guests bite into the cookies, they love them. The contrast of soft dough and melted chocolate chunks is irresistible. Nestlé catches wind of it, strikes a deal, and soon her mistake is on chocolate bar wrappers across America. The chocolate chip cookie, born not from perfection, but from a delicious accident. Corn Flakes. Fast forward to 1894. The Kellogg brothers, John Harvey and Will Keith, are running a health sanitarium in Michigan. They're experimenting with grains, looking for foods that fit their strict diet plans. One evening, they leave boiled wheat sitting out too long. By morning, it's stale. They could throw it out, but instead, they decide to bake it. To their surprise, the result is light, crispy flakes. Later, they swap wheat for corn, making it even tastier. Patients love it. That mistake didn't just create cornflakes. It created the modern breakfast cereal industry. Billions of bowls of accidental flakes have been poured ever since. Potato chips. Now let's head to Saratoga Springs, New York, 1853. Chef George Crumb is in a bad mood. A picky customer keeps sending back his fried potatoes, saying they're too thick. Crumb finally snaps. He slices the potatoes paper thin, fries them until brittle, and douses them in salt. He's convinced the customer will hate them. Instead, the guest devours them. Word spreads, and soon, Saratoga chips are the talk of the town. What started as a chef's act of spite turned into potato chips. The crunchy snack now eaten everywhere, from road trips to movie theaters. Stubbornness never tasted so good. Popsicles. Not every invention comes from adults. In 1905, 11-year-old Frank Epperson mixes soda powder and water. He leaves the cup outside overnight, stick still inside. By morning, the mixture is frozen solid. He pulls it out, tastes it, and loves it. Years later, he patents the frozen treat under the name Popsicle. Today, it's one of the world's best-selling summer snacks. Think about it. One forgotten drink in the cold created a billion-dollar industry. Sometimes being forgetful pays off. Worcestershire sauce. Some accidents smell worse than others. In the 1830s, 2 chemists, Leah and Perrins, tried to recreate a sauce inspired by Indian flavors. Their first attempt? Disgusting. Overpowering, sour, basically inedible. They shoved the barrels into storage, probably embarrassed. Months later, they checked again. Fermentation had worked its magic. The flavor was rich, tangy, and complex. They bottled it, and Worcestershire sauce became a hit. Today it's in marinades, soups, even cocktails like the Bloody Mary. A sauce that started as a failure is now a global kitchen essential. Nachos. Our last stop, Piedras Negras, Mexico, 1943. A group of U.S. military wives shows up hungry after restaurants have closed. Ignacio Nacho Anaya, working at one of the eateries, doesn't want to turn them away. He looks around. Tortillas, cheese, jalapenos. That's it. He cuts the tortillas into triangles, sprinkles cheese, adds peppers, and serves them hot. The women love it. The word spreads. And just like that, nachos go from a late-night improvisation to a worldwide favorite. From stadium snacks to party platters, it all began with a man named Nacho saying, "Let's make do." So what do chocolate chip cookies, cornflakes, potato chips, popsicles, Worcestershire sauce, and nachos all have in common? They weren't born from careful planning. They came from stubborn chefs, forgotten cups, spoiled barrels, and accidents that could have been thrown away. But instead of fading, these foods became staples, eaten daily by millions, woven into culture, memory, and tradition. The lesson? Mistakes aren't always failures. Sometimes they're recipes waiting to be discovered. So next time something goes wrong in your kitchen, don't toss it just yet. You might be holding the next global obsession.